All right. Any of you remember me finding this on the side of the road, coming to the shop one morning, and we were able to get it running pretty decently before, but the parts finally came in because we've got a broken airbox here. So instead of just ordering the one piece, it was cheaper to order the entire kit. We got a hose that was caked in duct tape, all for that little hole. So I think this was like $12 or something. If any of you guys are wondering where to get parts for Echo stuff, I usually use ereplacementparts.com. They usually have stuff shipped out to you in a day or two, and I haven't had any issues with it. I've been rebuilding all my equipment for the better part of a couple of years with them, and they've been good to me. And I haven't really had much stuff get back ordered or anything. They've got a couple things here and there, but as long as you got all the numbers on it, you can pretty much get anything. I've rebuilt just about all my blowers and most of my weed whackers and stuff from them. But this should be a pretty easy fix. At least I hope it is. Especially since we were able to get it running before. Perfect. Garbage. And we just got to get this back on here, which I don't know how this homeowner managed to break this thing off, because you can see there's two bolts in here that lock into this little sleeve. So we got to take both those out and able to get that back up here, because this is the stop so that it can't swivel past there. Otherwise it'll hit that. So that's the stop that goes up against this bolt here. And then it'll go all the way around until it hits the other end on the back side, so it'll come out this far. On some of the bigger models that I run, they'll go all the way around just about. So hopefully this will go in here nice and easy. And then I can throw the new tube on. Then we can get everything serviced up real quick. See if this bad boy works. And then I'll send it out with my guys to destroy it. Because that's what guys do. Simple as that. Oops. Where'd that go? business. Let's see if we can get this back on here. Doesn't really matter which way it goes. They're both the same size. Perfect. Nice and easy. Pretty much anybody can do this at home. It's nothing too difficult, and you'll save yourself some money as compared to sending it to a dealer, spending all sorts of money going that route, which is fine, but me, I'd rather work on it myself. Boom, nice and easy. 5 minutes. Not too bad. All right. Let's see about, let's dig this fuel filter out of here. Usually you can reach them. You can see they come in right at the top of the filler neck right here. The two lines, they come in from underneath here. But I don't know if you can see that, but if you use this little hook, you can reach right in there and pull out the line. Nice and easy. The only ones that sometimes it's kind of a pain is on the 770s. The tank sits at the bottom. Same thing with the 755s. Yeah, I think that's the model numbers. I keep most of this stuff in stock. This is all common parts, because all I run is Echo stuff. So for me, I like having this stuff on hand. So when I saw this on the side of the road, I grabbed it up real quick. I'm gonna end up changing this whole airbox just because it's easier, and then I can see if anything's going on with that carburetor, because if you remember, it was smoking a little bit. See if we can see anything in there. Because judging by how this all looks, it's got the original factory cord. The labels aren't beat up or anything. Seems like it doesn't have very many hours on it. It'd be a safe bet. Well, all in all, for finding this on the side of the road, if you had to buy all this stuff, between the filter, a new plug, air filters, that hose, you're probably looking at like 40 bucks, maybe 50 bucks tops, and less than an hour's worth of your time. Well, that actually looks pretty clean. I'll save that. It's always good to have extra parts, but it doesn't have a lot of crap in it. So we're gonna leave it alone. Looks like we might need to change that if it's leaking. I can't really tell. I haven't run it long enough to know. But there's a little primer bulb underneath on the bottom. I'll if you can see it right there. There's 4 little screws that sit in the cap, and then those come right off. Real easy. Nothing you can't handle. If it ends up leaking, we'll change it so y'all can know how to do that too. But it's really not that difficult. It's very easy. It'll take you all of about 10 minutes. You just take this cover off, take the air filter out, these 2 bolts, and then this comes right off, and you can get at those 4. You know, but that might just be a little bit of residue that's sitting on it right now. So we're gonna run and gun with it. We're gonna let it fly. I don't think it needs it, but I'm gonna send this out with the guys, and they'll tell me if there's other stuff wrong with it, and I'll get it ordered up. But this will be perfect for the cutting crew for when they're out just cutting grass and got to blow down little sections of sidewalk and driveways. You don't need a lot of power, so you're not eating up a lot of fuel. So this should work good for them. We'll pop that spark plug out, see how that one looks. I should have a couple new ones, but if that one's not too bad, we'll just clean it up real quick and set it back in there. I bought these on Amazon. I think they were like, I don't know, $8. And I'm kicking myself because I had a newer model, one of these, where I bought like a 10-pack of these air filters. I was like, I won't need it, because I decided to sell the blower. So I sold the blower with all the air filters. And this is a common model. They use these for a lot of them. So sold the blower, and I think I sold all 10 air filters with it. And I didn't keep it. So unfortunately, I had to buy more. And I know I had other airbox parts. I think I gave the guy everything that I had, because I was like, well, I don't use these small blowers anyway. Lo and behold, here I am fixing one. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Let's see. So hopefully this will be it, and we'll be ready to go back to work with this thing. Doesn't look too bad. It's not all worn down or anything. It's been changed because it's got a Champion in there. Usually they don't have Champion plugs. Usually I've only ever really seen NGKs in there. So somebody's worked on this before, but it doesn't smell funny. It turns over nice, so we're gonna send it back in there. We're gonna run it for a little while. See how everything works. And that's it. That's literally it. Super easy. So if you wanted to get after this, working on these yourself, if you're a homeowner or whatever, you can change your fuel filter. Real easy. Air filter, boom, 5 minutes, spark plug, you're done. If you have a leaky fuel line, these are your fuel lines that come in through the rubber grommet right there in the tank. They come down and they go right around to the carb. That's it. We're gonna start this thing up and blow down the parking lot out here, because if you remember, we were rebuilding the chipper, waiting on the new parts, so we put all the old parts back together. And I ended up chipping about 4.5, 5 yards worth of wood chips from the stockpile of crap that we've been accumulating. And we're gonna see how this thing works. All right, I had to take it off this stupid tripod stand. Man, this whole YouTube thing channel. It's difficult. So, seeing as how you change the filter, you got to prime it a few times, get it ready to go. Hopefully it'll start right up. Usually when I'm first starting them for a while, I'll set the throttle about halfway, choke it, and we'll see what it does. Well, she runs. I adjusted a couple more things on it. I was able to get the throttle to go up a little bit higher because it didn't sound like it was revving 100%. There's these 2 idle screws that you can screw around with. Each carburetor's a little bit different. For those of you that don't know much about them, you might want to look it up, see how you can adjust them. We're not going to go over that right now because I've got another project coming up that I'm going to be rebuilding a carburetor so that I can go over stuff like that with you guys. Other than that, runs good. Smoked pretty bad, probably because it was sitting and it had a bunch of crap built up in the muffler. So I'm going to let the guys run it for the next week real hard, finishing up cleanups and cutting and stuff like that. And we'll take it apart again, you know, update some more stuff, because I'm sure it's got some crap in the bottom of the tank that'll get stirred up with fresh fuel and everything else like that. But if this is the kind of stuff that you guys like seeing and you want to see more of it, you know, give me a write in the comments, give me a subscribe, and give us a follow so that you can keep seeing some of the other cool projects that we have going on, which we've got a lot of them kicking around here. At some point, I'll bring you guys along when we do a couple big gutter jobs that our roofing crews are going to be working on. We got some half-round gutters coming up. We're putting in an order for those. Catch you guys on the next one.